something me and Sam Wilder have in common. Obviously we are two of the UK's most beloved niche internet micro-celebrities, but we got chatting the other day and it turns out that we have another shared interest, Pokémon. We figured out a way to combine our two interests, food and Pokémon, into one video. Today we're here at Camden Market. Sam has kindly bought 3 packs of Pokémon cards with him, and we're going to let the Pokémon cards we pull decide where we eat. The rules are pretty simple, so every Pokémon card pack, as you know, has a rare card in it, and Pokémon all have a type. I've assigned a food to each type of Pokémon. So for example, if we pull a fire type rare card, you can expect something a little spicy. We're also going to be rating the food as we go so you can know what you should eat and not eat in Camden. Sam, thank you for joining me. Does that all make sense to you?
Happy to be here, excited to get started and eat some good food.
Me too.
And pull some good Pokémon cards.
And pull some cards. It's starting to rain a bit, so I think we maybe find some shelter and then open the first pack of cards. Sounds good? Nice. Okay, we've retreated because it's a bit wet outside, but we're going to open our first pack and find our first restaurant.
Very excited for this.
I've not opened a packet of Pokémon cards in so long, so I'm actually just very excited to do this in general.
I'll let you do the honours then. Okay. So we go one trick to the front.
Okay, I'm doing it so that the audience can see first. Electric energy. What if we just God Pack ripped it straight off the bat? I'm gonna pass them to you afterwards. Darren Maka. So we're waiting for the rare card, little Lotad.
Right at the back.
Should be the last one if we've done this right. Actually see what that one is, a Boltund. Any cards you're hoping for out of this set, Sam?
I mean, the Megazard would be nice, but any art rare, I think I've pretty much got every EX at the minute.
So is that's our reverse. We have a Toxtricity, pretty cool. And the moment of truth, where are we eating? Or is that also a reverse? That might also be a reverse. That's the reverse.
That is our reverse.
The Grand Ball.
Forget you get shiny than a reverse now.
Okay, right, the moment of truth, where are we eating first? Do we have a hit, first of all? Oh, we do have a hit. It's a Mega Sharpedo.
I've got so many of these. I swear it's the most common EX for this one, but that is Dark type, Harry.
Should we go check it out?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so the first card we pulled was the Mega Sharpedo. That takes us to Mexico. Can you guess why?
Something to do with the kidney beans, I believe.
It is something to do with the kidney beans. So with the TCG, they've combined the poison, the ghost, and the dark types into the kind of broad darkness types. I've taken inspiration from the poison element of this, and we've gone for something that involves kidney beans. Did you know that kidney beans are actually toxic to humans if they're not processed correctly?
I actually did. My wife is Colombian, and they prepare frijoles quite a lot.
Sure.
And frijoles is just essentially stewed kidney beans, but they always buy them raw.
Gotcha.
And they're soaking them for like over 24 hours before they even cook them.
Kidney beans in their raw form have a compound called phytohemagglutinin. I think that was right. You can remove it fairly easily by boiling, soaking for long enough. But yeah, in its raw form, it can cause things like some severe nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, all that good fun stuff. So we have gone to Burrito Bro on Camden Market for our Mexican food. It was surprisingly hard to find somewhere on Camden Market that actually sold kidney beans. But here they are in this chicken quesadilla. Comes with some sour cream, some tortilla chips. Give it a try.
I'm excited, let's go. I quite like it actually. It's definitely got all of those nice Mexican seasonings that you want in it. I taste a nice bit of paprika. You do have the nice hit of the beans, and I'm a huge fan of beans, to be fair.
Okay,
I love eating
boy.
beans quite a lot, a bit of a beanie boy. You've got black beans in here, you've got kidney beans, you've got the chicken, you've got the cheese. Cheese could do with a touch more melting, I think.
Okay, yeah.
But otherwise, it's not bad. I think I need to try it with sour cream.
Yeah, have a dip. I don't mind it. I would say there's like a lot of beans. There's sweet corn in here, kidney beans, black beans, a lot heavy on the bean, which not in itself a bad thing. Chicken's pretty good, fairly juicy chicken. I think my issue with this one maybe is, for what it is, it was kind of on the expensive side. I think this was just under
$11.50, wasn't it?
Yeah, just under like £12 for a quesadilla and a fairly small handful of chips. They only have one Google review, and it was 1 star.
And it was on the chicken quesadilla saying that it wasn't too much chicken. And to be fair, my bit here doesn't have too much chicken in. That bit looks very chickeny though.
Maybe I just got the chickeny bit.
It just needs a bit more of a better spread of chicken.
We had to quickly change location because it did start pouring rain on us all of a sudden. But back to the quesadilla. So you're saying maybe a bit more chicken?
I think a bit more chicken. There's not loads really in there. I think one thing that this is crying out for is it does seem to have little bits of pepper, but something like a jalapeno to give it a bit of acidity to cut through it. plus a little bit of spice, never goes amiss.
A bit of
Especially-
salsa. A bit of salsa would have done wonders for this for me. Because
Yes.
the sour cream is fine. It's on the kind of like thinner side as far as
It
sour
is,
cream
it's
goes.
a very sort of watery sour cream.
A watery sour cream. Also, there's already like, you know, you've got cheese in here. There's a kind of dairy element already. Bit of heat, bit of freshness from a salsa, like you say. Possibly could have gone a long way.
Definitely. With the chicken, let me try the chicken by itself. It's certainly not dry. I think it's thigh from the taste of it, which I mean, it's very hard to cook dry anyway, but it's decent chicken. It is nice. It just needs that little bit something to lift it up a bit.
We did also get some tacos. I mistakenly thought these had kidney beans in them, but they do not. But while we've got them here, we might as well try a taco. I do love a taco.
Now this looks more like it. This
looks
has
pretty
got
good.
a bit of everything in it, if you look at it. I mean, I don't want to spill it everywhere. But we do a bit of salsa here. We've got the beef. We've got a couple of sauces. We've got some cheese. We've got lettuce. Let's go for it.
Cheers.
Dink. I instantly prefer that to the quesadilla.
It was way better than the quesadilla. It may lack the poisonous kidney bean element, which was already kind of a tenuous link, let's be honest. But yeah, these are way better. Much fresher, more of the kind of like pico de gallo.
It's the freshness at the top that does it for me. I think something like this does need that slightly cooler element that adds that bit of crisp and everything as well. My one thing with tacos, and I always find this, as much as I do love a taco, is it's hard to get an even distribution of everything in one bite because you have all of the freshness on top, you've got all of the meat just on the bottom here, and then that bit of bite on top which has all my lettuce in. So half of the taco I'm just going to get a beefy bite, but it's good beef, so I'm not going to complain too much.
Beefy bite was my Tinder profile bio back in the day. I've just destroyed mine. I did skip breakfast, so I'm quite hungry, but yeah, a very solid taco. We are rating the food as we go. We've devised a scoring system based on Pokeballs. Pokeball, basic level, meh, it's fine. Maybe even kind of like would avoid. Great Ball, decent, like happy enough with it. Ultra Ball, would come back, loved it. And Master Ball, like a must try. Like you have to make the journey to try this. So of those options, what are you giving the Mexican food from Burrito Bro, Sam?
It's just got to be a great ball for me.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Pokeball where, you know, maybe potentially avoid it's not great. It's decent food, it's good. The price could do with lowering a bit. I do appreciate we're in Camden Market.
We are.
And prices are going to be slightly elevated, but a couple of tacos for $10.50, that's a fiver, just over a fiver each or so.
Yeah.
They were good tacos, but they weren't £6 each, you know? And the quesadilla, again, even more money, $11.50. Just tasty. I'm happy with it. I'm happy I ate it, but I'm not going to come back for it.
I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head there. I think I broadly agree with everything you said. I think quesadilla was a bit of a letdown. Tacos were solid.
White people taco night.
White people taco night. It was fine. We'll put this one in the Great Ball too. One spot down. It's time for the next pack.
Pack number 2.
All right, what do we have, Sam? Where are we eating?
So, we're just going to go out. We've got a seal, a Pormot, a Jigglypuff, a Gloom, May, I think that's May, Wigglytuff. What on earth is that? Yveltal.
Okay.
Reverse hollow is the Gloom. We have Dizzying Valley. And we've got Moltres. So we've got a fire type.
Fire type. Okay, so I know where we're going. I mean, fire type, there was kind of only one option. I think we had to go for something a little hot.
Excellent.
So should we go and see what we can find?
I love spicy food.
Okay, I'm less so, but I'll grin and bear it. While we're on our way to the next spot, I wanted to run some Pokemon questions by Sam. First of all, what's your first like Pokemon memory? When did the kind of love affair begin?
So literally right back on the first year of Pokemon in the UK, well, my brother got Red and Blue for his birthday, which is in November, from
Red
my
and
grandma.
Blue?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then for Christmas, I got my Game Boy, a Game Boy Pocket, a green one.
Nice.
So my brother gave me, or lent me, as he always says, Pokemon Blue, and from then on, we've just played every single gen together to the point where each gen, one of us chooses the game we want, and then the other one has to get the sister game.
Of course.
So whenever we get Gen 10, I believe it's his choice next, because I chose Pokemon Violet, annoyingly, because Scarlet is better. But yeah, literally just, I think, playing it with my brother from the age of about 5
Nice.
is my earliest memory. And
I was always sad because I have siblings, but neither of them cared about Pokemon at all. And I was always upset about that because I had no one ready to play with at home, at least. I think my earliest memory was actually going to a family friend's house, and they had Pokemon Colosseum on the N64.
nice.
And I used to play that a lot. Like any chance I could, I would go around playing 64 Pokemon Colosseum. Absolutely loved it. It was great. And then obviously got the consoles. I also, another early one was I was there. I was getting my hair cut, and while my brother was waiting to get his hair cut, he and my mum went to WH Smith's next door. They got 2 packs of Pokemon cards. He gave me one, and it had the shiny base set Charizard in it.
No, that's so cool.
It was pretty sick. You felt like such a don walking back into the playground with the shiny
You've got the
Charizard.
Charizard.
It was incredible.
Never would we know that's worth a few grand now.
Unfortunately, mine is not because I did not look after it. I just want to quickly shout out today's sponsor, TaxZap. If you have to file a tax self-assessment, then this is for you. TaxZap is an HMRC recognized software and the new easiest way to file your taxes. Simply connect your bank account, answer the questions as they pop up, and in as little as 15 minutes, TaxZap can find ways to maximize your tax relief. TaxZap already have over 130,000 satisfied customers here in the UK and Ireland, and the best part is if you use my discount code HARRY20, you can file for as little as $39.20. Thanks again to TaxZap for sponsoring. There will be a link to their website in the description. Please do go check them out, use my code, and enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so we have our second food item of the day. We pulled a fire-type rare card, hence the spicy Korean burger from Bun Boy. You a Korean food fan?
Adore Korean food, absolutely adore it. Korean fried chicken is probably my favorite style of fried chicken. Second only to karaage, actually,
Okay,
from Japan.
sure, but Asia's doing it well.
Asia is doing it very well. And this has a gochujang sauce, is the hot sauce from the looks of it.
Yes.
I love a bit of gochujang. I keep it as a staple at home in my cupboard. I always cook with gochujang. So I'm hoping this is spicy. It was called the Spicy Seoul Burger, right?
It was, yeah.
Yes, so I'm hoping it lives up to that name.
Are they going to deliver? They've set themselves quite a high bar. Let's see if this delivers on Moltres level heat and flavour. Actually, I quite like that this is a chicken burger because Moltres, if you think about it, kind of a chicken.
It's definitely a chicken.
Spicy chicken.
Yeah. This is messy.
It's a messy burger.
It's a messy burger.
All right, let's get stuck in before it all falls on the floor. It is messy, but it's very tasty. Really nice crunch to the breading. How much of that heat, we were looking for heat, how much of the heat are you getting currently?
There's definitely a little bit of spice, a little bit of zing on the tongue, but it's not loads. When someone says something is spicy, personally, I want like my mouth on fire because I love that. I don't know why, I love destroying my taste buds from the inside.
You're a sadist, yep.
Apparently so. But it's a nice level of heat, I think, for someone who wants to try something with that gochujang, but they don't want something incredibly spicy that's going to burn their tongue off.
I think I'd agree. It's more like a kind of sweet heat to it.
Yes.
Like a bit of honey in there as well. Flavors wise, it's great, I will say.
The Korean slaw, I'm not sure what makes it Korean, but the Korean slaw is a lovely addition to this. Adds a really nice creaminess to it, which does help cut through some of the chicken, cut through some of that gochujang sweetness as well. I agree with you, the chicken is lovely.
Yeah.
The breading is great, it's crispy. I had a couple of really crunchy bits, which is always nice.
They're still very juicy on the inside. Pretty much what you want from a chicken burger. Also, I know they're not the star of the show, but I'm liking the fries. Nice and crispy, good crunch to them. And these also have like a little bit of that spicy seasoning on them.
Very, very, very messy. Like, I'm not touching more Pokemon cards while my hands look like this.
We will be getting some some wet wipes before we open the next set.
But don't have too many complaints about this.
No, me neither, to be honest. Other than, like you say, could have been spicier, but in terms of flavors, I think they balanced it well. So yeah, it's scoring well for me. So they do a meal deal. I think this burger, the chips, and a drink was $12.90. For Camden, not bad. Not mad about that, to be honest. I don't like its London prices, so cut them a little bit of slack. Thoughts on the price?
Still better value than the Mexican place we went to, because you're getting that drink and those fries as well. It does make it that slightly better value, and the burger is a bit more substantial than I would say even like those 2 tacos and things. Yeah, and you got quite a lot of fries as well for that price as well.
Yeah.
You cooked a lot of them, and they're very tasty. Seasoned right in front of you, everything cooked to order.
Hot and fresh.
This is an ultra ball for me.
Interesting.
This is an ultra ball. I would come back and get this. They also just did Korean fried chicken. They did a smash burger as well, which a Korean smash burger. No idea what that is. quite intrigued to
Not a
know.
clue.
So
Add that to your best burgers roundup, maybe.
yes, could do. But yeah, I think it's tasty, and if I ever find myself in Camden and fancy a nice Korean chicken burger, I would say I would come back.
I think, again, I'm going to broadly agree with you. I was split slightly between great and ultra. I was like, happy with it, would I come back? But honestly, I think if I was in the area for value, for flavour, it's like hard to get a lot better than this. So yeah, I think Ultra Ball is probably fair. Shout out to Bun Boy, good effort. You've eaten faster than me, which is quite impressive because I'm a really fast eater. I had some more Pokemon questions for you.
Sure.
So while I finish up this, you can maybe ask some of those. What are your top 5 favourite Pokemon?
My number one favourite Pokemon is and always will be Growlithe. Not Arcanine, but Growlithe. And that does include Hisui and Growlithe because I think they're both just as cute as each other.
Yeah,
I don't know, I've always liked it. I'm a huge dog person. Those of you who know me will know my dog Riley features in literally every single video. And he's a fire-breathing dog. Like, what more do you want? He's cute, he's just great. I love him. Going on from there, still sticking to Gen 1 actually, from a young child, I've been obsessed with Jigglypuff. I just think Jigglypuff is great. I think as a kid, he was a great character in the TV series.
Yeah, really funny.
Where, he would just sing everyone to sleep, draw on their faces with a pen, and when he's noticed everyone got angry, that they had fallen asleep. So my sister actually drew me a big Jigglypuff when we were younger, and that was on the back of my door for years. So I have to say Jigglypuff.
Like the nostalgia element is powerful.
Yes.
Obviously it's Pokemon, like there's going to be a nostalgic element to it.
I'd say my next 3 are slightly, well, 2 are kind of niche, but the next one is my favourite starter of all time, which is Totodile from Gen 2.
Okay.
I have always adored Totodile, little blue croc guy. Like
He was my Gen 2 pick back in the day.
He is always my. If there is a pick of Totodile in any game, I get Totodile. But then we go to I want to say Gen 5 and
bit of a jump.
Volcarona.
Interesting.
Every single game where it is available going forward, I have had a Volcarona in my team, with the exception of Pokemon Violet, where I had an Iron Moth on my team.
Fine.
Which
Close
is
enough,
still
yeah.
Volcarona.
And last one.
From the newest gens, Tinkerton. I just love it.
It's pretty
The
cool.
second I saw this little pink thing running around with a hammer, I immediately caught it. I think it had my brother round, my friend Pepe round, immediately on the team, and then it just kept evolving.
Yeah.
And then it was just this pink thing with floppy ears and the biggest hammer you've
giant
ever
hammer.
seen. Oh, Tinkerton is the best. I'm intrigued to know yours though, Harry.
This was really hard. I had to basically go through the entire Pokédex, make a short list of like, he's cool, he's cool, he's cool, and then narrow it down from there. I wrote them down because I wasn't sure. But we're actually starting on a similar note because Arcanine is in my top 5.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's always been there. Like, you know, like you say, big dog, very cute, breathes fire, looks
I'm
cuddly.
actually wearing Growlithe socks at the minute.
There you go. We'll get a shot of those in a second. Beyond Arcanine, I sort of noticed a theme, which is that I just kind of like chill dude Pokemon. So next up, we're actually jumping quite a few generations, and it's Toxicroak. Bit of a cool dude, you know, just kind of like his kind of static animation, just doing a bit of that.
I have to admit, I've never liked Toxicroak.
Really?
He just upsets me the way he looks. He's just ugly.
How dare you say that about one of
I'm
my top
so
5?
sorry. I'm
We're
so
going,
sorry.
and then in a similar theme,
I know what you're going to say.
and then in a similar theme, Scrafty as
Yeah,
well.
I knew you were going to say that next.
He's cool. He's just kind of got his hoodie on. He's like hands in his pockets, just kind of hanging out.
I will say I prefer him since he got a Mega recently.
The Mega's
The
really
Mega
cool.
is pretty cool.
I really like the Mega. Yeah, he's got some love, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
From there, we go to Heliolisk, the
Okay,
electric normal type.
Yep.
Again, he's just quite cool. Just kind of like
I can vibe with
hanging
him.
out, little gecko guy. Seems pretty chill. I like the animation where he like flares when he
Flares his,
attacks like
yeah.
a dinosaur. I always thought that was pretty fun. And then also a starter, also relatively new, Decidueye.
Okay.
Big Decidueye fan. He's my favorite of the starters these days. Both forms are cool. Has that Hisuian form, which looks like a samurai, which is pretty sick, but even the original one's really sick. Again, just seems like a fairly cool dude. Also, I love Owl City, the band, so him kind of being modeled around an owl. I was just like, yeah. I think I've got room for one more food today, and you have one more pack. So, should we wash our hands,
Absolutely.
open the next pack, and find out where we're eating next?
We're going to pull that gold Charizard.
The moment of truth, third and final pack, which is going to determine the third and final thing that we eat today. Are we going to get a good pull? You got a good feeling about this one, Sam?
I never have a good feeling when I open these.
I mean, regardless of the outcome, had a great time. We are starting with Grass Energy.
See, grass is the best type.
Interesting. Nah, let's just take these. We have an Apom,
Or
Hormo,
not.
Gloom, a dugong, not a seal. Some kind of
Pendant.
sacred charm.
That's the one.
Trainer card. Crocodile. Also a cool Pokemon. Again, just
Crocodile
like
is pretty cool.
a cool guy. Darmanitan. We're getting down to the wire here. We have a Carvanha. So that's not a reverse,
That's
even though
just
it
the
kind
hollow,
of is
and
a
then the
little
next
hollow.
will be the reverse.
Then we have the reverse.
Oh, hello.
Okay. We have a pull.
I don't have that Meowth yet.
We have a, is that an illustration rare
That is an
Meowth?
illustration rare Meowth. I'm happy with that. I'm
Okay,
happy with that.
and then one more behind it.
I
Can we go back
suppose-
to back? No, we cannot, but we get you a nice illustration rare Meowth.
I suppose
And a Toxtricity.
that means we call it normal type.
I think so, because this one, the actual rare in the pack was also a darkness type, which we've already got, so
And this is
normal type it
rarer
is.
than that, let's be honest.
It is. All right, man.
Oh, yay.
There you go, Sam's happy, I'm happy, and we're getting some normal type food. Now I had a thought in mind for this one, let's go check it out. Okay, so we pulled a normal or colorless type Meowth card, and to me, the normal type food is a bagel. There's a couple of reasons. If you actually look at the energy symbol, it's got that kind of white exterior with a kind of hole in the middle. Also, a bagel on its own, obviously, a very plain food. That's why the colorless association has come from. Do you agree?
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see that. I'm now never going to unsee a bagel when I look at a colours type. We're at the Brick Lane Bagel Company, and these things do look girthy.
They are hefty. I have the classic salmon and cream cheese, got to be done. You have a salt beef Reuben.
So we've got salt beef, we've got sauerkraut, we've got Swiss cheese and pickles and some kind of sauce, which, what did they call it?
Is it Russian dressing?
Yeah, what is a Russian dressing?
I can't remember, to be honest.
I guess I'll find out.
Eat it and find out.
One thing I'm happy about is it looks like the bagels are toasted. I was just saying to Harry, I do love a bagel, but there's something about it that I can't stand the texture of an untoasted bagel.
Yeah, so you're a toasted bagel guy. I'm not necessarily, I'm not against it. I'm still fine with this, but I can eat an untoasted bagel. Cheers. What are your thoughts on your salt beef Reuben, Sam?
Immediately, this is my favourite thing I've eaten today.
Okay.
I think it's very hard to go wrong with salt beef. Swiss cheese is great, the sauerkraut is great. There is a fantastic amount of, it's just falling out.
Yeah.
There's that much salt beef that it is just falling out. And for salt beef,
I watched her preparing it. She's cutting it by hand and stuff, so it's all relatively fresh as far as salt beef goes.
it's a bit of a fattier salt beef. It's not the best salt beef I think I've ever had,
Okay.
but it's good salt beef and it does make a good sandwich. And I like the bagels. I do like the bagels, and you can tell they're homemade bagels and not just bought just from the way they look. It's
Yeah.
quite hard to get that perfect circle in the middle. I've tried. My least favourite thing about this is the sauce, interestingly.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I could have done with more of the mustard.
I'm going to be honest, I was ready to not like this. I was kind of mentally preparing myself to be unhappy here, but it's kind of changed my mind, which is quite impressive. The issues I've had with this going in were that they're calling themselves the Brick Lane Bagel Company, even though we're in Camden, not in Brick Lane. So I thought it was a tourist trap, because Brick Lane is known for bagels, but this is not a Brick Lane bagel. And also, it is on the more expensive side,
Yeah.
as far as a bagel goes. These are all, for some reason, $10.49. No variation on the price depending on ingredients. And that is definitely on the more expensive side for a bagel.
It is.
So I was kind of ready to be mad at this. But then I saw it, I tasted it, and I still think maybe the price is a bit high. We're in Camden Market, it's kind of to be expected, but it's a really good bagel. I really love the texture. They've actually got that kind of crispiness on the outside that a lot of British bagels tend to lack. You can tell it's been boiled properly, baked properly. It's got a nice little crust, chewy on the inside.
Yeah,
And like I say,
really nice
generously filled, even with the salmon and cream cheese. Lots of salmon in there, lots of cream cheese in there. A little bit of fresh black pepper and lemon as well. I'm into it, I'm into it.
Part of me does slightly regret now not getting the original salt beef, because they do two salt beef, and I'm looking at a picture over there and it has got just mustard and pickle. It didn't have the Swiss cheese. I think that's why I was like, oh, let's go for the Reuben because it's got the Swiss cheese in it. I think maybe that original one with Swiss cheese would be much, much better than this one. Not saying this isn't good, this is exceptional. As I say, it's the best thing I've had today, but I think I would have preferred the other one.
Have you had an actual Brick Lane bagel before?
No.
Never been to Bagel Bake?
No.
Well, I know where I'm taking you on your next London trip. Because that is when I think of a classic London bagel, I do think of a Bagel Bake. Salt beef, mustard, pickle, bagel, they are fantastic. And yeah, you're right in saying that the mustard is adds an element, you know. I've left you an unbitten corner if you would like to
Got a hole unbitten
to
half.
swap.
I prefer that salmon one. That salmon one is very, very nice. But it's literally falling out as you bite it. There is a lot of salmon in here, and I should hope so for the price.
You should, yeah. Generous cream cheese, generous salmon, I like it. That is good. Like you said, probably not the best salt beef that I've had, but generous portion, still very decent salt beef. I don't mind the Russian dressing. It's quite sweet, which maybe isn't the taste that I would normally go for. Like I said, maybe more of a mustard pickle type of guy. But in terms of like achieving the effect of a Reuben, doing a pretty good job. I did have one more Pokemon question for you before we sum up, which is maybe a controversial one. I don't know how actual Pokemon heads feel about this, but as we are both food people who love Pokemon, if you had to eat one Pokemon, which Pokemon would you eat and how would you like it prepared?
I love this question, especially considering true stands of the games will know that people do eat Pokemon. It's literally in the books you read in the games, it is everywhere all through the game, because I mean, that's their animals, right? Where else are they going to get their protein?
They can't all be vegan,
Yeah,
come on.
I have actually, funnily enough, thought about this a lot before, especially with a couple of friends where we have asked this question, and I always come down to the same answer. I'm a huge fan of duck in general.
Yeah.
And that gives me sort of 3 or 4 choices, really.
Yeah,
that gives me a Psyduck, that gives me a Farfetch'd or a Galarian Farfetch'd, and that gives me a Ducklet.
Yes.
Now, Ducklet's going to give you nothing. That's like one tiny little bite.
They're pretty small.
They are. I feel like a Galarian Farfetch'd being fighting type, while he's got a great big leak, that's a sentence, but while he's got a big leak, he's fighting type. He's going to be too lean for Duck.
Bit tough.
Yeah, a bit too tough for Duck.
Even though he comes with his own kind of accoutrements.
Yeah, so that leaves you with Farfetch'd or Psyduck. And I'm going to have to go for Psyduck.
Okay.
Because he's so chubby. He's going to have a really decent amount of meat on him. There's going to be a couple of ways you can prepare him and get enough from him.
Yeah.
But you could do a Peking, for example.
You could.
You could do a Peking, although maybe Farfetch'd would be better for that because you can julienne the leek he comes with.
True.
And then you'd have that. But Psyduck, I would have a bit of roast Psyduck breast, serve medium rare, and then I'd grab a couple of Cherim and make a nice sauce out of them to go on the side. That roast Psyduck with a Cherim sauce.
Lovely. Yeah. Do we have are there any orange Pokemon? Could you make like a Psyduck à l'orange maybe? None spring to mind, but
no,
maybe in a future gen that will be possible. We did.
So
you could do like
I think olives would
olive
go really
tapenade.
Well. Yeah.
That's a good choice. Yeah, I like the logic. I can see where you're coming from. Misty would be upset, obviously, but she'll live. It's fine. You can just catch another one. I also kind of came and went on this for a while. I have I guess what I would consider a more kind of boring standard choice, which would probably just be a Miltank, because it is just a dairy animal. So I imagine it would be quite steaky. So like a nice Miltank ribeye, I think.
Miltank ribeye.
Served nice and rare.
Smash burgers from her.
Burgers you could also do. That would be good.
Cereal. She's a jack of all trades, really.
The complete package.
Yeah.
I guess the other one would be, I'm a seafood guy. I do like my seafood. You could just kind of eat a shelder like a big oyster. Just have a little platter of shelder, lemon juice, a little vinaigrette on there. You're laughing.
That would be good.
Yeah.
See, I thought you were going to go with Octillery.
That also could work. I'm kind of sad that we didn't pull a water type card because, sorry to disappoint, but there's a place in Camden that does like octopus tacos, which maybe for the next video, maybe we do this again.
Yeah.
And we get to eat some Octillery. It's probably about time that we summed up. So, you did say a minute ago that this was the favourite thing that you'd had today. Does that mean it's going above the Ultra Ball tier that you gave to Bun Boy, or do you think it's just joining them in the Ultra Ball tier?
I think it would just have to join the Ultra Ball tier. Just because I feel like if we're going to give something a Master Ball, it's got to be like, it's got to have blown my mind. It's got to have been absolutely exceptional. These were good, much like the Korean burger was good, but it didn't make me go. But I've gone Ultra Ball over Great Ball because, as I say, best thing I've had today. But also, I would come here again because there are other bagels on that menu that I'd be really inclined to try.
Exactly.
Like the Rachel smoked turkey looks really good. Just the normal salt beef with a bit of pickle and mustard, that looked really good. So yeah, you probably would catch me back here on a day I'm in Camden. Yeah,
I think honestly of all the bagels I've had in London, this is like, it's up there, you know. The actual bagel itself is one of the better ones I've had. It's like I say, got that kind of crust on the outside, which is what you want, still nice and chewy, generously filled. I think I did prefer the salmon and cream cheese to the Reuben
100%.
one, but still decent. So yeah, I think an Ultra Ball tier is probably fair. For me, it's like pretty much on a par with the Bun Boy Korean burger. I think maybe that one had slightly better value in terms of
Yes.
being like a full meal. This one, I will say, loses some points for being a little expensive, but it's Camden Market
If you got
again.
like this with crisps and a drink for $10.50, you'd have been laughing.
Yeah, that would have been
But-
great. But it's going to set you back more like 15, I think, if you went for something like that. But yeah, overall, I think an Ultra Ball is probably fair. Well, this has been great. I'm glad you got your Meowth for your master set.
Oh, that's fab. Stupid that I forgot my top loaders, but here we are. It will be safe on the journey home.
Thank you so much for joining me. Maybe we'll do this again on your channel,
We
or
shall.
get me along to Iceland for some ready meals.
Thanks, Harry. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, Sam's channel.
But mostly his channel.
No, both of the channels is fine. Be sure to give the video a like. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See you later.